Today at Manchester Theatres, we are at the Octagon Theatre Bolton. It is a brilliant award-winning venue in the heart of Bolton, and they use absolute brilliant methods to make bold and adventurous theatre. They work with the community, ensuring that there is a brilliant, thriving community here with arts and culture, whether that be with young people, adults, or vulnerable groups. And we are thrilled to be here with Artistic Director Lotte Wakeham, and we are going to be talking, amongst other things, all about this. You've been teasing us for ages on social media now about your new programme, and today it is here. So can we have a chat about this? So welcome, first of all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's great to have you here. Yeah, welcome to the Octagon.
Yes, we love it here. So I'm going to flick through this because I'm having a little quick look before, but it's so exciting. I mean, there's a mixture of plays that are musicals. There's it looks like there's some new stuff. There's some brilliant playwrights out there that we know. We're looking at Animal Farm, Bouncers, Little Shop of Horrors. There's so much. So can you talk us through this new exciting season?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is covers the first 6 months of 2024, and we'll come on to our festive shows maybe at the end.
Yes.
But in February we've got a brand new production of Animal Farm. So it's an adaptation of the classic George Orwell story. Really powerful drama, and it's being directed by Iqbal Khan. He's an award-winning director who started his career here at the Octagon. He's gone on to work at the Royal Shakespeare Company, at the National Theatre in London, in the West End, and we're really excited that he's coming back to do this really powerful piece of theatre. So that'll be Animal Farm. And then we've got a brand new, world premiere production. It's an adaptation of Northanger Abbey. So it's an adaptation of the really beloved Jane Austen novel, and it's being adapted by a brilliant playwright called Zoe Cooper, who I've worked with before, and we're just so pleased that we here at the Octagon are co-producing this brand new work of hers. I'd say it's quite an irreverent, really fun take on the Jane Austen classic, and Zoe just really explores that novel with kind of some contemporary twists as well, and that's being directed by Tessa Walker, who again, fantastic director. I've seen lots of Tessa's work at other venues, and we're really thrilled to have her here at the Octagon, so it's definitely one for Jane Austen fans.
Yes.
And I actually wasn't that familiar with the novel, and even if you don't really know the novel, it's still like going to be a really, really fun night out.
Absolutely, yeah.
So yeah, looking forward to that. We've got some visiting work, we've got a show about Houdini, and we've got Bouncers, as you mentioned, by John Godbow coming, which we haven't had at the Octagon for quite a few years, but we're really pleased to be having that back for a couple of weeks. Then, what I'm particularly excited about is I'm going to be directing a brand new production of Little Shop of Horrors. So, as you know, it's a classic musical, amazing rock and roll score, very fun, slightly odd plot about a man eating plant. But yeah, it's one of the great musicals,
yes.
And we've been chasing the rights for it for a number of years, so it's finally available in 2024. So we're really thrilled about that, and that should be just a great event. And we know our audiences love live music and
yes.
love musicals, so yeah, we're particularly looking forward to that. And we've never done it at the Octagon before, so that should be a real treat for all the family.
I was going to say, you're going to be pulling your hair out on how to design, and Audrey.
We're in the design process at the moment.
Oh yeah,
we're literally in the design
wow.
process at the moment. So yeah, we'll have quite a lot of we're having a lot of fun with that. After that, we've got a production called Test Match. It's a new play by a writer called Kate Atwell, and it's a really interesting, thought-provoking play. It's set partly present day and is around the Women's Cricket World Cup, and looks at a grudge match between England and India. And then the second half of the play is set in 1800s Calcutta. So it really gets into these in-depth topics about colonialism and race and gender and power. So yeah, very thought-provoking and lots to kind of chew over afterwards. So we always love doing new writing alongside
yes.
more kind of classic known work. So that's going to be one of our big new plays of the season.
Brilliant.
So yeah, really looking forward to that. And then we're doing, we know that our audiences really like comedy shows and kind of knockabout, zany comedy. So we're doing a new production of Dracula, The Bloody Truth. And this has been co-written by John Nicholson, who's a fantastic writer, who worked on our production he co-wrote Hound of the Baskervilles, which we did a couple of years ago.
Yep.
And he was also our physical comedy director on One Man, Two Governors. He's just an incredibly funny man. And he, along with another group of artists, has developed this piece. So it's a really, comedy knockabout version of the classic kind of gothic story, and that's being directed by Paul Robinson, who's the artistic director at the Stephen Joseph Theatre. So yeah, it should be a small cast, multi-rolling, very high energy, lots of hijinks. Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. So yeah, that takes us, along with our visiting work, right up till June. We also have quite a lot of live music. We've got a show about Sinatra, we've got a show about George Harrison, we've got some jazz, the Ronnie Scott Stories visiting us, and we also have our comedy club, which is every fortnight. And that has different comedians from all over the Northwest, different lineup every fortnight, and again, just is a great night out and really, really fun. And we've developed a real regular audience for that who come to pretty much every show, which is really wonderful. So yeah, that takes us January to June.
You literally have everybody's taste covered with this, don't you?
That was the aim, to have a bit of everything, yeah, as you said, a bit of some new work, some classics, some adaptations of known titles, musical, bits of comedy, something for everyone.
It's incredible. And so obviously this programme's been put together, and you said that you're directing Little Shop of Horrors as well, which I can't wait for that one. So what is that basically but is that your job? So obviously we know that you direct. I've seen so many of, without blowing smoke, if your name's attached to it, we know it's going to be amazing. So yes, we know that as artistic director you direct. Is it part of your role then to compile this programme?
Yeah, absolutely. So I oversee really all of the artistic output of the organisation, and a big part of that is putting together this programme of work with other colleagues as well. And I mean, I love being in a rehearsal room and directing shows, and I'm really looking forward to Little Shop, but it's also such a just fulfilling, really special part of my job to work with artists, to plan what's going to happen, to work with co-producing partners, to get a chance to work with brilliant directors. We've got a wonderful director called Diane Page, who's directing Test Match. She's an award-winning director. This will be her first show at the Octagon. It's such a great lineup of talent that we've got across the season, and that's definitely one of my favourite things, being able to get to know artists and sort of put people together on different shows. And it's lovely to have that variety across the season and have people like Iqbal Khan, who knows the Octagon really well and has spent his formative years here, and then other directors and designers and other creatives who are new to the Octagon, because we like providing that real mix for our audience.
And you said there about collaborating, so it's something that seems to work really well here with the Octagon. I mean, I've seen shows that you've done with Chichester Festival Theatre, Original, Headlong, all these different. So is that something that enables you to obviously creatively collaborate, but is it kind of a future way for regional theatre to basically survive and thrive?
I think so. It is still a really tough climate in regional theatre, and we really appreciate people booking tickets and supporting the theatre, and we have lots of amazing members and donors and people who really support our work on stage and off, and we just value them so much because we really couldn't do that work without them. But definitely in terms of spreading some of that financial pressure, collaborating with other theatres and companies is really helpful. So a show like Little Shop is a great example. It's a musical, it's big, it's an expensive show to put on, so we're actually collaborating with 3 other venues on that, and it will visit all 4 of those venues over the spring and summer. And that's actually, not only is it financially really useful for all 4 venues, it's actually environmentally good as well, because I think in the olden days people would just create a set and costumes and props and have it for a short run in their venue, and then it would kind of get thrown away, or it wouldn't have that sort of future life. So we're really pleased that from an environmental point of view, we make something and then it has a really long life and goes around the country.
And Audrey too will be thrilled to travel around the country.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to have some big, we're going to have to think about the transport for that really carefully. But
So as well as all of this, we've talked about this new programme. So if people can't wait for this, because I'm already like, I want to watch that. We've also got some impressive things going on at the moment as well, haven't we? So I chatted last week with your lady Phileas Fogg, Polly Lister, who told us all about Around the World in 80 Days. So we've got that, and we've also got the Alfie the Elves Christmas Rescue. That's like a tongue twister, that. So what can you tell us about those 2 shows?
Yeah, we're really looking forward to Around the World in 80 Days. So that's a brand new musical adaptation, and the writers have reset it to the 1920s because they wanted a roaring 20s feel to it, with flappers and gangsters and bits of jazz. It's going to be really, really entertaining. It's a fantastic cast of actors who multi-role. Polly plays Phileas Fogg's absolutely brilliant. I've worked with Polly numerous times,
Yes.
so we're thrilled to have her back in that role and to have a new twist on that story. And amazing songs by the writing team, Susanna Pierce and Kate Ferguson. So really, really looking forward to that. That starts mid-November and goes right through to early January. So absolutely perfect for all the family, and it's going to be just a real celebration of live theatre and great music and great storytelling. But we're aiming that more for sort of 6+ really. But we want to do an offer for younger children as well. So in our studio, we've got this new production, Alfie the Elf, and we're working with a fantastic Bolton-based company called the Big Tiny, who work in theatre and puppetry in particular. And they've created this brand new show about this elf. It's going to be in the Studio Theatre. My colleague Georgia Murphy is directing it, and it's going to be really great for those kind of under 6s, people maybe children experiencing their first taste of theatre. It's a bit shorter, and really lovely, jolly, festive story, really fun. It's got great music in there as well. So whatever age the young people in your life might be, either bring them to Alfie or bring them to
here. And that, for me, that was one of the things I always remember as a child, was Christmas was associated with theatre. That's when we got to go and do something festive and special. So it's lovely that you've got such different offerings for people as well. And has so recently, not so recently now, I don't suppose, but you had obviously a lovely revamp here. What has that enabled you to be able to offer more adventurous work?
We're so lucky. We've got this amazing resource here in the heart of Bolton. We had a big capital project in 2021, and we opened in sort of summer 21, and we've just had such a lovely response from the community. The building is just kind of lighter and airier. We've redone all of the front of house spaces. We've got an amazing new rehearsal room, new office space. The auditorium is the same, but we've upgraded the seating, so the seating's more comfortable. The studio theatre is bigger. Everywhere in the theatre is much more accessible than it was before, which is really important to us in terms of just catering for people, kind of whatever their needs might be. So it's opened up a lot of opportunities. We've got rooms for hire, so we have community groups coming in. We have people hiring out the spaces for conferences. Just a lot of things that we wouldn't have been able to do in the old building. So we're really thrilled about it.
It's brilliant, and you've mentioned the community there. Like we said earlier, you do so much with thousands of people across the community, whether it's adults, young people, vulnerable groups. So what kind of things is it that you offer, and how could people get involved?
Great question. Well, there's a lot of information on our website, so I definitely recommend people check that out. We have offer drama classes for young people. We have other groups for people with additional needs and disabilities. We have an offer for over 50s. There's really lots of different ways to get involved. We have a refugee, women's and asylum seekers group, and we're just always looking for kind of more opportunities to really engage with people. We do kind of post-show talks and pre-show events sometimes, and one-off special events as well. But we really believe that the theatre is for everyone. We want everyone to feel really welcome. We do work outside of the building as well, in schools and other libraries and other kind of community centres, just to really help people to get that message that theatre and the arts and culture really should be for everyone, we think. So we love to kind of meet people wherever they are.
Absolutely. And as well as all of that, the cafe and the bar that you have here is just fantastic. So even if you're just wandering around Bolton doing your Christmas shopping, pop in, come along, grab a nice hot drink, a piece of cake, and just be welcomed into the Octagon. It really is a really welcoming venue. And I have to pick up on what you said about the seats in there. So comfy. That is unusual for a theatre. They are so comfortable. Thank you so much, Lottie. We cannot wait for this new season, but in the meantime, we've got so much to look forward to with the Christmas shows as well. It's been an absolute pleasure talking with you. Thank you so much, and all the best for the new season.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.